in the building. What, brother?
5,000 courses free. 5,000 courses free. 5,000 courses free. NTI.org.bb. 5,000 courses free. 5,000 courses free. 5,000 courses free. Everything free. NTI, 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 give me NTI, 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 give me NTI, boy. 5,000 courses free. 5,000 courses free. 5,000 courses free. HOT 95.3. 5,000 courses free. 5,000 courses free. 5,000 courses free. HOT 95.3. Yes, good evening, Please don't call my phone right now. I am on radio. I am on radio. Hot 95.3 FM. Bigger to Bruce on the outside. Bigger to everyone locked on NTI.org.bb. Let me say that again. NTI.org.bb. Over 5,000 free courses. Now, today we have an extremely special guest. So I want everyone to grab the radios. I really want to know how he got into this field, and I have a few questions, and I'm sure he has some very important tips to share because something special is coming up. How to work safely, occupational health and safety tips. Today our guest is Darwin Brathwaite, a safety and health officer. Occupational health and safety. This is also a course that is free at the NTI.org.bb, occupational health and safety. Whether you're an employee or considering starting your own business venture, you also have a role to play in ensuring a safe working environment. You'll be exposed to preventative and protective measures for safe and healthy working conditions that help prevent workplace-related accidents. So that's the sports bar. This is the course you can make you staff tech. Especially that one for Kidan, aka Andrea. You know, she's the boss. Actually take some of these courses on nti.org.bb, especially this one in occupational health and safety. So she will make the workers work in too hot conditions or too cold conditions. No. I want to say good evening to Mr. Darwin Brathwaite. Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you, and the Hot FM family.
Yes. No. You're a health and safety officer.
Yeah, safety and health officer.
Right.
Safety and health.
So you want to say the right
You want to say the right there.
Or safety and health. Why not health and safety?
Because the different jurisdictions they put it different ways. So we are the ones we presenting safety and health.
Okay. I like that. No, safety and health. No, I know you study like electrical and mechanical engineering. You study math and science and that kind of things.
Yeah.
So, but when they think of safety and health officers, think like a health inspector that they won't be a police.
You know, most of the time we go and we go to workplaces and you say, well, you say you're from the Ministry of Health. And you see if you're checking for the mosquitoes, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's all a component of it.
No,
all parts of it.
It is?
All parts of it, yeah.
We can talk about that.
Those things affect workers.
Yeah, man. No, how we got into a role like this? Because they want to play some music, right? But I want to ask this question, and before we gonna play some music, how you got into a role like this? You just don't want work, or this is something that this is something that you were passionate about, and you find yourself doing?
I don't want work.
But work.
Yeah, but
So that could be true. That could be true in there.
If it's true. He going up for work.
You got one work. But when I got university, even before that, I entered from school into like things like woodwork and metalwork and technical drawing. Yeah, you got technical side of things, right? Then I went on to BCC, and again, the technical side of things. And then, working in some different areas. And then I got a job off like this that everything together. Everything together. So I got a little piece of everything when you're doing this,
Yeah, because from reading, I was saying that I wonder if all these different things would be helpful because they look that way when you study safety and health.
Yeah.
You look at all these different components somehow made you equipped for the job. You didn't know that. Of course you couldn't have known that when you course study. You just say yourself, man, you try your best in school, try your best studying. You didn't know that these things will help put together. But they did. When we come back, they want you to tell us what is important to have a safe and health officer. Safety and health officer. What is important to have one, and how can we make persons more aware? Because sure a lot of persons naturally don't study safety and health in the workplace. That is come here, they never ever studied this, that ever. I just be honest with you, ever. They never studied like safety and health and rules and regulations and what the workplace should go so because it making me too cold and and they got me raised and they wanna even know. They just be honest, just can't work. In any of my jobs, why is it important for you to bring these messages and even what when you do this, you know, because in the workplace is in trouble today. Huh?
I wanna do that job.
Okay. Griscale, we can play some music, then when we come back, he can let us know what is important to have one and the many tips employees should know.
That is it!
We don't show, open shallow. 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 When we see we do it money, all we do is ship. The ain't come to it money, we black and we green. All the girls inside our man, make she ain't a sick shit. Just like we don't be mad, we sick. You never hear it like moving like we don't know it. We just just we ain't not the one that we like. Just a way you make it, we go everywhere we lay it. Why you see me over and Chris Kidd, what I got is you up behind the joke. Baby, you know it's no time. Back it up from me one time. Wonder when you're falling right. Let me just go take a wine. Everybody further away. I see no way but like I am a tea of it, 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 I am a tea of it. I know you must be bad, that was where you're at. Them girls never rush after us, back it up and show up the rest. Where you want that, just come to after us, want to see that. Back it up, girl, show me how you run that. Cock it up, girl, show me how you run that. Bring that back, boom, boom, let it just land. Girl, come give me that thing. I am a tea of it.
Midweek Mindset Hot 95.3 FM. NTI.
When they say heat stress, UV radiation, air pollution, major industrial accidents, extreme weather events, increase in vector-borne disease, and increased exposure to chemicals. When they didn't hear those terms, boy should be heightened or alarmed or aware.
Because a lot of those things, there are now coming along with this new climate change. We're going to talk a little bit about World Health Safety and Health. And the topic for World Health Safety and Health is ensuring a safe and healthy workplace now in a changing climate. So the climate is changing, and persons out there are now exposed to these things that you just mentioned, more so than before. So it is these kind of things that we got to deal with right now, and make sure that we put things in place to mitigate against them affecting workers.
Nice. Now we can go straight there. World Day, Safety and Health. Sir, wanted to tell Barbados listening, they're on the number one station in the nation. Wanted to tell Barbados listening, why this is something that we should all be aware of. And I heard you mention certain things that will be affected by climate change. You know, obviously take your word, you're the expert. What will be affected by climate change? And what is the message for World Day for Safety and Health? What is the message that you want to drive home this evening? Want to take your time because it's important. Because it's something that we don't hear about typically on a typical day. Safety and health, something we take for granted. So when you take your time, what's the message for World Day for Safety and Health? And what's the message you want to drive home? And some tips we should all know in work is whether we are an employee, whether we are an employer, whether we are just someone doing part-time work.
Okay. Each worker around Barbados has a fundamental right to a safe workplace. And it becoming into 2024.
Yeah.
But last year, the World Day theme actually was a safe and healthy working environment, a fundamental principle and a right at work. Okay, so that sets the tone for everything. And everybody, every worker in Barbados has a right to a safe workplace. So, and the ways you have to go about doing that, you have to look for hazards. You have to examine the workplace, find these hazards, but you gotta deal with them. You gotta deal with them, and that's where like a safety health officer would come in. You can have from say the government, like myself, or you can have it within an organization, person who's doing that, having that look, identifying the hazards. And it isn't only safety and health officer, but everybody got a safety and health officer. Everybody in the workplace. Because the responsibility of the employees speaks to the fact that if you have identified unsafe condition in the workplace, you draw the attention of the employer, right? So and if you could do something about it, you do something about it, because you don't want hazards in there, because that's somebody will be affected. So and from the point of the employer, tier 2, if they've identified concerns, then they have to put things in place to prevent people from getting hurt. Accident, workplace accident is a life-changing event. So I can tell you this. I have had the displeasure of speaking to 2 young people this week. 2 young people this week. Well, not this week, within a week span, because it was probably last week too.
You said displeasure.
Displeasure.
Why?
Right? Because one was injured at work, and one was injured and is affecting their working circumstance. And these 2 young people, I've been speaking to them, it's a tear-bragging thing, you know.
So the injuries were that bad?
Injury serious. Like affecting.
So in your opinion, you would say that in any of these circumstances, because something have been done beforehand, that they have been avoided?
Yeah.
So you think certain protocols were broken?
Yeah, because that's why we go through this process. That's why you have the safety health officers from the government side who would do things like I would go there and do inspections, right? We do training, share information, promote safety and health, promote the awareness, actually promote the law in terms of telling people what they need to have in place. But these things, they just drop what they say, you know. These things came because of things that happen and help you to develop yourself. So we, as safety and health officers, to do that from a government standpoint, but then as you say, from an internal standpoint, you still got to be doing that on your own too, looking for the hazards.
Wait, sir, are you going to a building, or when someone gonna go making their safety checks? Sorry, how can they know what to look for? Because although this may be something that we may be speaking, or listening to, or speaking about, right, and we may think, well, you know, this ain't that major because they don't have to my family yet. So you know, I think it not be a same major. But I can remember recently here, it kind of feels a week ago or 2, but I remember someone got an accident on the job and they think, boy, that. I mean, breaking in Barbados. It couldn't be no more than 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? And, right, a few weeks ago, for things that could have been avoided. Is that because we are not taking safety and health seriously, or are there things that we absolutely can't escape? You believe that once we take certain measures, that will cover 90% of the problems?
You get your figures right. You've been doing research. About 88%.
This is the break. This is the break.
88% of them, you know, you can do something about it. There's some things happen, but that percentage is there that you can do something about. You can follow
the numbers. 88%.
88%. Yeah, that's
but just properly looking at safety and health, and we could cancel out 88% of the accidents.
You can mitigate against 88%.
You know what a high number that is?
Yeah, that's a high number. But that includes people following rules and doing the right things. And in a lot of cases where things happen, behavior comes into it. Behavior is coming into it, right? So you can put a lot of systems in place, and a lot of places got systems in place. But then you say, okay, you do 1, 2, 3, 4, and somebody do A, B, C, D, then you see how you get into the problem. Right? You
think, in your opinion, you think that we stay safe and health for granted? I want your opinion from going around looking at workplaces, from doing your job. You did about 23 years now?
Okay.
Yeah, 23 years now. So in your opinion, are we taking it for granted? Because I might come in here, right? And Darwin, when you say that you all is going to train people, because in this journey, I don't know, especially being NTI ambassador, seeing so many people do different courses, you know what I mean? Taking training might not be that big. Sorry, you might feel it in that big, but doing saying sharp. They had some training with Imran. He was showing me a leader's course, you know what I mean? How to lead and how to speak and how to put over messages and so on. Then go to look for me going around all that. So shout out to Imran Richards. But then I thought it was always good at it because it's not people listen to it. But then when they went, you realize so many things that I didn't know that make it 10 times better. So, sir, I let me come in this room already and walk in the room and to make it look safe. But they ain't that because they ain't trained. So I may not think about calling you because look at in here, don't really see that and they have to do no boy thing. But then you might come and hold us like the edge of the microphone will be too hard. You know what I mean? Then you might find something so well, you probably put sand there or show her do it better. Are you sure that has happened enough workplaces?
That basically is what we do every single day in terms of going into workplaces, helping them to identify where the hazards are, and helping them also in terms of what they need to do to prevent them from being realized in terms of a person being hurt. We do that every single day.
Can you name some of the things that can be hazardous that we may overlook carelessly? Whether it's heat, whether it's cold, whether it's all, whatever it is.
I think that's simple.
Yes, please.
Slips and falls. Slips and falls.
That's true.
Slips and falls. You know, people
That's
that
true.
a huge
Yeah,
part
yeah.
of accident that people are involved in the
We're
workplace.
going
You
to
know?
think about 4 different places that I do business with this week already. Today's only Wednesday that the AC unit dripping.
Dripping on the floor.
Yeah, we're thinking right now in Barbados, and they sure this is so now people can think back. No, so I know this place the AC unit dripping and the tub slippery.
And people walking around that
Yeah,
comfortable.
and then the big because they're not sitting on there just water.
Yeah, people walking around that comfortable. But I was doing a presentation last week, and I was telling the persons in the audience that okay, yes, the first person they walk and slip, and then they fall. Nobody do nothing about it.
Yeah.
The second person they walk, slip and fall, and they tell nobody, you know what I mean? You know. But the third person they hit them hard, you know.
Or sprain ankle or break ankle or something.
And these things now, that starts a whole process for you. You understand? Because in presentation, I was trying to show them how this safety and health, how it does affect your whole life. You know, because I was showing them, okay, I told them from the beginning of the accident to the end of the accident, what you can hear, what you can see, how you can feel, and then how you can feel where it's going around.
Yeah.
You understand? You can hear like a noise, somebody scream out or something like that. You want to see that, you can go and see. You might see a friend on the ground hurt or whatnot, right? You can feel for them, right? But then for that person now, that's that whole process in terms of doctor, money, family. Because the family will be involved. The workplace will be involved. Because if you sluggy and you get hurt, that means somebody's not coming to do the job next week, right? So the whole system then be also.
People gonna get paid for the same job.
And it isn't only you, the accident does affect a whole set of people. Health and safety is affect a whole set of people, safety and health.
No, this is a real thing. Remember in police band? So this was like around 1999 or 2000. And this is the police too. You understand that? In district here, you know, right after they step down, they know to send the senior barracks. It's just a little water there. So we never really paid no money. And then afterwards, we kept it a little more, so the grass and it got slippery. But then it was great when we call it the small. Then in like time, a lady who was working with us, Roberta, I think she stepped on that. You know, she think that was simple. Then when she checked, she ankle the twist. And then after that, she ankle never healed back properly. And after that, I never saw her work again.
Life-changing event.
I ain't no thinking that already. Give me chills, dog. Never, and she was a fantastic clarinet player. She was so brilliant, man. That one thing, because we overlook it. You know what I mean? We didn't really pay the money. And she slipped on her there, and she musical career down forever. You can imagine that? You can imagine that? Be like, but you career down forever.
That's something that you're passionate about. You can't really do that. You know? So as I said, it's a life-changing event.
We don't have that for granted.
And sometimes you were talking about training and knowing.
Yeah.
You got to put yourself in a position to get trained. That's like what the NTI doing.
That's a good point.
Training to make you better.
We don't say there's a good point.
Right.
You gotta put yourself in a position.
To know.
Yeah.
And that's true training,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
One of the things we also push in terms of persons in workplaces, training early. That's that orientation. That first part, that is put you so far along the point where you could avoid getting hurt on the job.
Front thing to come in.
Yeah, and it's very important, you know. Back in the day, You would come and a guy would come to the workplace, guy would tell you see, Indian, go and do what he do, follow he, and do what he do, and that's your training. But you can't really do it, of course, you don't really know. You gotta go into the details, you gotta show the man give man some information, you gotta give him a manual. You could skill the manual for the controller. Right?
You're correct.
So he knows, but then some things will tell to what the hazards associated with the controller. You know what the hazards associated with the controller?
Yeah, sure.
It's true.
Yeah, but there's so many different parts of it. When I was preparing to come here, one thing my boss was talking about was ergonomics, right? And the whole idea of being a DJ, because some jobs come in hazards, right? Noise is one of ours.
Noise?
Yes.
Noise is a hazard?
Yes. Noise is a serious hazard.
I mean, I'm hazardous.
Noise is a serious hazard, right? And you think about it sometimes, it's something that happens and you don't really happening, you know. Your ability to hear is going down, right? So it's a serious hazard.
So you're trying to say that it could be a little deaf and don't know?
Yeah. You don't know, but
It
is some normal do it, but then you'll find that you're doing certain things.
No, I deaf though. You know, and I get told saying that true, right? Like being enough noise is making that for sure. I hear far worse than the average person.
You're suffering hearing loss.
Yeah, like severe hearing loss too.
Severe?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I used to be I used to be comfortable with it, so I used to be on stage now, like a lot of times, especially doing crossover, right? Cause one thing used to back up like everybody with T2 and them, T2 and them playing like Soccer Cartel, you know, like Key and Blood or Back Rookie and all the people. So every gig used to do what they mean, but on the stage it used to be low. But that used to feel good, you know what I mean? Not really comfortable with it. Then years after, that people be talking so soft, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Real thing. So they tell me about this boy talking soft, but then when they chatting on the boss and complaining, that the first time I realized that from excessive noise all the time that my hearing worse than other people want. Cause that boy be talking soft, and to me, I used to complain, this man talk hard enough, but then they really, the boy complaining about me. So you get you, but it's a sweet price to pay. I won't pay that of it. Yeah, I won't pay that of it. Music is heaven.
As they say, some things come with inherent dangers. If you're a fireman, you know you gotta get a fire. Right? But that's a hazard. You know, if you're a policeman, you know then there's certain things that you have to approach. Right. So certain jobs come in inherent hazard. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't do things to try to help, you know. Right? Right. So you got a certain type of headphones, noise cancelling and whatnot. So you give all these things come into it.
Yeah, better EQ.
Yeah. Timing, and there's another part that you gotta talk about too, management of time, right? Because how much time you spend in noise is going to come too, right? So you get breaks and that kind of thing. The same thing with the heat. Yeah, how much time you spend in the heat? You get breaks, you get your water. Sometimes you may need some.
So this heat one. That's when you see how much time you spend in heat. All this is part of it.
This is part of health and safety.
This is law. It's law.
Yeah.
So that means all the people out there that will be working, mixing concrete and things, and spending too much time in sun mixing concrete. Them employees will be working a lot.
Yeah, because you should be getting.
I like how callously, I like how Indian, I know how easy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, honestly, man, something right that somebody be doing illegal, you know. And man would say yes, so not already honestly. So like, I ask you this again, because you said it could be spending too much time in heat could be unlawful. Unlawful. So if you're mixing concrete and you're spending too much hours in the sun mixing concrete, can that be unlawful?
If you spending too much time in the sun mixing concrete, right? And your employer recognizes that this could cause you to be hurt or become ill, then
that part he
right? Because everything that I talk about here is based on something called risk assessment. You understand? Mixing concrete in a building, right? And mixing concrete in the sun, two different things.
But when you say it's risk assessment, and then if and when you mention the word if you're an employer, that means that you would never got too much time in the sun. If the law was written different, I would feel good. Maybe there is things that we gotta look at, because if there's the if in there and if your employer think that is excessive, suppose he never think it's excessive.
But then standards, got certain standards that you would check.
Talk about.
And you look, so let's say for instance, they have a certain amount of heat that idea that you in terms of how much you may be
Oh,
exposed.
it's the labor
Right.
sun, yeah.
And as I said, indoors,
Nice.
you're dealing with indoors, you're dealing with outdoors, so you
Nice.
got standards that you look at to see what is the exposure of these people.
And
It
that's
goes-
what help you argument against.
yeah, and it goes for even if you're dealing with the chemicals levels again, right? Right, standards. Temperature, relative humidity, temperatures, relative humidity, all these things, you have standards that you measure against, right?
No, you're right. Very point taken, yeah. Because even if he think it is not excessive, it's still up to me to find out what the standard is, find out how much time man is spending, 8 minutes spending 3 hours and you're gonna get a little 15-minute break or you're gonna get a half,
Whatever.
find out what the standards are. So that's when you say that training everyone could be important because if I do work and know that
There you
it
go.
made me a arm with it.
But you're missing an important one though.
Talk to me, you the expert.
Because
No, you the expert.
Training supervisors and management is also important.
Oh, Lord.
That because
Oh,
I mean you ask me just know how many
Lord.
employer you know if he ain't got no training.
Yeah, so
He got like training, supervisor got like training.
Andrea, that's a sports bar and everybody know that the crow boss. Listen up right now. You say training, being supervisors is important.
Important. Imagine you use supervisor got no training and them guiding you. Come, let me go down here and drop this well.
Yeah.
You know, so it is extremely important because they're guiding the work, right? They got a full picture. You may have a small snapshot of what's going on,
Yeah.
but they see everything. You down here, mixing you concrete, and the guy above you carrying 10 bricks. Possibly he want to drop and hit you. If the supervisor in the control and he tell you, all right, well that passing overhead, you move from there. You know what I'm saying? So all these things that's where the supervisor and worker know about work together to make the safe workplace. Communication.
Yeah, no, point taken, I love it. You how long would you say if you go into a workplace, how long would you say the basic training would take if you come to just do let's say a seminar where you want to give everybody basic knowledge and education on safety and health protocols in the workplace?
We can do it in various amounts of time. We've done it in 20 minutes. We usually would do it in an hour and a half. And then if you really want to go into some details, right? Then you can have a half day session.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Right?
Not reasonable.
Yeah.
That's
The
reasonable.
orientation and the introduction is important. If you catch up on it, then you can go and check with the other stuff. Go into the detail on your own.
No, I like it. Half hour Indian, you say or 20 minutes or 1.5 or a half a day. You know, this really ain't an excuse. It seems like it's something that we can all do.
It's right
But-
interest.
Yeah, for sure, but I love that you're able to answer all my questions because you know me, you got a lot of questions because you want to know as much as possible. I think every possible way people could come with because you know we could make it as difficult as possible when something happen, when we ain't doing something. So I'm so pleased that you have solutions, you know what I mean, for safety and health, and then you don't only provide solutions, you show us how it can be made easy. You can break it down in a 20-minute quick, or you can do half hour or half a day. So I love that.
Got one more for you.
Go on,
Right. So you talk about difficult.
Yeah.
So if it becomes difficult,
Uh-huh.
then we go into a different mode now. Where we go into the enforcement part of what we do. Right? So there's things like prohibition notices,
Yeah.
improvement notices,
Good.
and then we can take it to the court.
Now we're talking about
Right? So if
Now we're
you're not
talking
doing what
about-
you need to do to make sure the workplace is safe, then we can go to those stages.
now we're talking about you said the World Safe Healthy Day is April.
April 28th.
April
this
28th.
This coming Sunday.
Yes.
Yes.
Good. April
Heroes Day.
April 28th. April 28th. Indian.
Yes.
I think we had all our questions answered today.
We did.
So you are pleased. I don't think we need to cover anything more for today.
No, we
It was a great session, you know, and I'm sure we can all take it much more seriously. And like he said, if you ain't got the whole day, ain't even a half a day, a 20 minute or a half hour.
Yeah.
Ain't that excuse. NTI.org.bb, over 5,000 free courses. Large off Chris Gale upon the wheels of steel. Big up the NTI, sir. Thank you so much. You were wonderful today. Hot 95.3, the nation's #1 station. This is your boy Uncle Sluggy. You in tune to the greatest show on radio, the Vice Radio Show, every single day until 8 p.m. In and Chris Gale inside the midweek mindset with my people. NTI, over 5,000 free courses. You know what I'm saying? This is about Uncle Sluggy.
That was your midweek mindset.
To be quick, every bitch on with the knowledge and skills. To the citizens of
You break it down. You need a big dog thing. You break it down.
legends achieving excellence.
Alright, you run off now?
Yeah, click that picture quick. Pop around. Make the country.